Good morning, YouTube. I'm here with the Eddie Horvath.
Good morning.
What's that thing in the sky up there?
That's the sun, and
Wow.
it's warm.
Sun, and it was 32 degrees
Yes.
this morning. I had frost on the whole window of the truck this morning, but supposed to warm up nice today, 62.
It's going to be a beautiful day.
And we had changed our plans already for today. We were going to start on them 2x4 runners, and guess what?
More oak.
More oak showed up. So
Yeah.
we got to cut some more of that white oak, and I see everybody sort of enjoyed to see something different being sawed than pine.
Yeah.
We've become quite the pine mill here.
We never sawed pine.
And lately, I mean, look, here it is.
Yeah.
They needed this in a hurry too, so you can see how important that was. It's still sitting here.
Yeah.
We're getting pretty clogged up in the mill here, but once that guy picks up his oak, hopefully later on today, we'll get
Get them some more.
we'll get there. And sawdust bin is overflowing. We got people coming up hopefully to pick up some sawdust today. The slab wood pile is huge, so that's a lot of revenue to put in a fuel tank. And we're at 39,157 subscribers as of this morning. So thank each and every one of you for subscribing to this channel. And Mr. John Clark, I turned on my confuser this morning, and I see a video on there. And he finally pronounced my name right, and he did an imitation of me sawing. If no one has ever watched Frick and Jeep, F-R-I-C-K-N-J-E-E-P, he runs a manual Frick
Go look at
sawmill. And John is a great guy. We usually talk once a week, and we really, you know, YouTube is more than just YouTube. It's a family, and I'd actually talked to Nathan from Out of the Woods in the past, and hello, Nathan, if you're watching this. And yeah, you got to watch that. He did an imitation of me running a mill, and it that was perfect.
He's strictly manual. We used to run a mill like that.
He don't
when
have
you
no
see
buttons.
that, you see that mill running.
Only button he has on his mill is the button on his tape measure to retract it. I think that's the only button he has. So, alrighty, I guess we got to get at it here if we can get anything done.
Let's go get them logs. And
all right, let's get moving.
Done.
Alrighty, let's get this show started. And we're going to custom saw some more white oak. And we got a couple really nice sticks on here. I think you're going to like this. Hydraulics are a little noisy here, and it'll warm up in a few minutes. We got about 480 board feet in these logs. So, and I only have one Eddie on the scene today. All right, let's see how close we get it here. You want to take our time getting her on the carriage there. And this log here is partly male. So we're going to castrate it. There we go. And the master dog to the rescue. You got the big ugly logs. You're better off. All right, let's start opening this log up and see what we find. A little bit more off there, Eddie. Let's get him a little bit. I'm trying to give him as much usable lumber out of these logs as possible. That's a nice face cut there. And we're going to take a lot of 4/4. He come up, looked at the lumber, and he said, I kind of like that thinner stuff. He said mostly 2-inch. So I said, I don't think he realizes how thick and heavy them boards would be. Well, he found that out really quick. All right, let's put that down on the head blocks. That way, when you open up the log, basically you have dictated how that whole log is going to pan out. Because from here on in, you basically have set 3 of the faces. And I think I got a darn piece of bark underneath of that. Yep. Alright, let's try something here. Alright, don't try this at home. I'm going to go out there and pull that up. Give that a try. Eddie's going to try to get a little bit more out of there. But that log is fairly heavy, so all right, that emergency's over. Well, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, let's go back to the saw and open up a nicer face here. Again, we're trying to get as much stuff. We'll be able to edge a nice board out behind that one. That is some pretty darn oak there. Nice old white oak. Yeah, I don't know if anybody got a chance to see John Clark frickin' Jeep do my imitation. I loved it. But that is some pretty wood there. We're charging 60 cents a foot to saw it. We make money and he gets some nice lumber. Alright, let's turn her down. When you're grade sawing, when you're cutting hardwoods, you have to rotate the log. I know it irritates some people, but that's just the way it is. All right. Got a good hold of her. Let's go back to the saw. The next log on that deck is just spectacular. It is the butt log. They're still going to edge out a nice piece of lumber there. Yeah, we got rid of 2 loads of sawdust, so we have room now. one more off of here, and we'll work that other nasty face off. All right. Got her spun around. Dog down, and let's open her up. I gotta take a little shim off of there. Yeah, the laser will get you close, but I see Logger Wade, if anybody watches him, he's gonna install a very expensive log scanning system, but he is high production. I mean, yeah, Ancient's hardwood, they're into the millions of feet a year, and it would pay for itself in a short amount of time, actually. And we're still pulling a nice board. That'll all edge out into some nice lumber there. Let's see here, that'll still leave 8-inch wide. Alright, let's work the last two faces down a little bit. In hardwoods, like reading a book, you have to just, as you open a log up, you're turning pages. And you don't know until you open that log up what it's going to be about. I think we'll get some nice usable lumber off of this. I just want to get cued back up to the saw. It takes a second or two, but just got to bump it a little bit at a time. And there it is. But Eddie and I, we have done lots of sawing for people throughout the years. Tell you what, I don't like that face. And no, we're not rotating it too much. Back in line here. That was our first face that we opened, so yeah, we're pretty much in line there. still to the outside of the log here, so we're going to whittle this down. And some people call this method boxing the heart. That's pretty much true. Heartwood is the junk wood. Alright, let's work them last two faces down a little bit. Might as well get them a couple of more usable pieces out of this. Get her keyed back up. There it is, right back on the money. There isn't really nothing here that's worth anything now. These are what you'd call farm grade fence boards, whatever, stall boards, wagon boards. Let's just go ahead and work that down. Get rid of it. There's a little bit of usable out of that, not much. There we go. We're down to our final 2 1/4. We'll let you go here, and we'll see you when we get to do the big old oak log. All right. Go back and get our big log. And this is, I think, 9 foot. This is just a nice log. Another way to look at it. Nice log. And again, we're going to try to put it on there as slowly and gently as possible. Nice job. And what I want to try to do is get that down to where I know I can clear the saw a little bit better. That looks good there. I'm going to bump that one taper out. And now we'll master dog her down. This is serious weight here. Dogs out, dogs down. We got a good bite on her. And let's see where we're at as far as the cut. And here we go. Take this stuff. Sure don't want to waste wood on this. Got to get that, just that little bit of nasty off of there yet. FAS. That is just a pretty log. You're not going to see many like this. You can see that 56-inch saw is just barely. There we go. Now we're going to lay her down so we can get through better with the saw. Yeah, that's a worthwhile log there. That's big money log there. So we're going to lay that down on the head blocks. We'll put that taper away for now to see if we're going to do another taper on that. Ah, here goes that bark again. Let's see how it's coming out. I don't think I'm going to taper that. So we're going to dog it down. That's just a nice face. That is not bad. That worked out nice. That part had a little bit of rot at the bottom there, but I don't think it's going to affect the overall quality of that board. But companies that are making wine barrels and whiskey barrels, the Coopers, that's the trade, that's what it's called, they'll pay top dollar for white oak that's clear like that. And white oak is a closed grain wood, if anybody didn't know that, versus red oak, which is an open grain wood. This holds water or liquid, whatever. It's watertight when it swells up. All right, let's lay that down. It's just nice. When you have a good log on the mill, it's just nice. Now this side here had, you can't taper it now since we already got the got a square side on it, so it's going to be a little bit fat at the back, but that'll be okay. He'll get himself a little short out of that, because that will defect that out. That's just a beautiful piece of lumber there. And the last log, I think, was probably the third cutting up in that tree. There's nothing pretty about it. And as frickin' Jeep would say, it's a male log. Bottom part of the trees are usually female. I think once I got this one down to the last face and we're a little bit skinnier, I think I'm going to throw him a couple 2-inch boards. There comes some knots, so let's go to a different face. Cut the J right off of that log. And once I got this to the point where we're past that little bit of wane here, I'm going to throw him a 2-incher. Eddie was happy when he heard that this morning, that he only wanted mostly 4/4. I'm going to throw you a 2, Eddie. That's what you call some. That's a beautiful board. Wow. We'll throw him one more 2-inch. And he's like, ah! We should have the Eddie Horvath challenge here one day. And I want to see who packs their lunch. Because you better pack your lunch. You want to compete with the Eddie Horvath. Alright, let's work 2 faces down here. Now, come on. That's a little naughty, but we'll take it down a little bit. Alright, here we go. Just take a little bit. And this log here, you can see there, it's not springing at all. Let's get rid of that. I don't like that. You're wasting someone's lumber when you're doing that. Yeah, it's convenient. Leave it sit there, just whittle her down. But you did not do a good service to your customer. All right, let's check that face before we start setting again. Very accurate. That will work. Man, that is beautiful, yeah. When you're getting that close to the center of the log and you're still pulling off clear boards, you've got a nice log. Again, the term FAS is first and seconds. Some people have not heard of that, but that's something I was always taught. Okay, we're down to a 5-inch cant. We're going to lay it down, and I'm going to peel left and right of that heartwood. We will truly box this can, or no, box the hardwood rather. Yeah, that's not the nicest, but if we'd have kept sawing, it would have got uglier and uglier. Just going to get some fence boards on one side here. All right, let's turn that out. And again, when someone's paying you to do something, do it right. Let's peel these last 2 off and we'll be done with this one. That's our last board. Alrighty. Eddie and I will see you when we're done here. Talk to you later. All right, there's the 3 logs. We showed you sawing 2 of them. Now look at that board there. What do you think, Ed? That board,
Oh, that's if you could saw oakens all day long like that board.
9 foot long,
That's a beautiful piece.
clear, and let's get a measurement on that, just for the heck of it. You're talking a 12-inch wide board, and look at that. Okay, I'll tell you what. Here's where you need a bucket of water. You need a bucket of water to dump on and show that grain. Huh? That is pretty. And then when you look beside it here, here's a board as ugly as pretty much you can get. But that's what happens when you saw nice logs, you get nice boards. When you saw bad logs, you get bad boards. I don't know why does that work that way, Ed?
I don't know.
Why not all clear boards out of knotty logs?
Every board would be valued differently.
And yeah, as John Clark would say, you know, there's male logs, and the female logs grow at the bottom of the tree, if anybody didn't know that.
Yes.
And then the further up, you start getting your male logs. So
Your first log's always your best.
yeah, so it's always the best the butt log is.
Yes, it is.
Well, hope everybody enjoyed this video, and we have a lot more sawing to do. So we'll bring you some more sawing videos. Glad everybody likes it. Please subscribe to our channel, and
Yeah.
please like the Eddie Horvath.
Well, we
So,
like everybody to look at us. Yeah.
yes. Alrighty, everybody take care, and bye-bye.
Thank you.